The world watched with bated breath. White smoke billowed from the chimney atop St. Peter's Basilica. A new pope had been chosen. The faithful gathered in St. Peter's Square, their hearts filled with anticipation. Who would lead the Catholic Church into a new era? The answer resonated with historic significance: Pope Luis Antonio Tagle. The announcement sent shockwaves of joy and hope across the globe. For the first time in centuries, the papacy had moved beyond the confines of Europe. The Catholic world looked towards Asia, towards the Philippines, the heartland of a vibrant and growing faith. This was a moment of profound change, a testament to the universality of the Church. The weight of history rested on Pope Tagle's shoulders. He inherited a church grappling with complex challenges in a rapidly changing world. Yet, in his warm smile and gentle demeanor, the world saw a leader ready to embrace the future. A leader who promised to build bridges of understanding, to champion the marginalized, and to usher in a new era of unity and compassion. The world held its breath, not in fear, but in anticipation. A new dawn had broken for the Catholic Church, and at its helm stood Pope Tagle, a beacon of hope for the faithful, ready to lead the Church into uncharted waters. Luis Antonio Tagle's journey to the papacy is a testament to his unwavering faith and dedication to serving the Lord. Born in Manila, Philippines in 1957, Tagle's early life was shaped by the strong Catholic values of his family and community. Even as a young boy, Tagle displayed a deep sense of empathy and a thirst for knowledge. He excelled in his studies, particularly in history and theology. His teachers and peers recognized a spark in him, a deep-rooted spirituality that went beyond mere piety. Tagle's calling to the priesthood became undeniable during his adolescence. He entered the seminary, embarking on a path that would forever shape his life. His intelligence, humility, and genuine concern for others quickly made him stand out among his fellow seminarians. Ordained as a priest in 1982, Tagle's career was marked by a commitment to education and social justice. He served as a parish priest, a seminary rector, and a bishop, always working tirelessly for the poor and marginalized. His rise through the ranks of the Church was steady, a testament to his hard work, devotion, and natural leadership qualities. Luis Antonio Tagle's warmth and humility transcended cultural and linguistic barriers. He possessed a rare ability to connect with people from all walks of life. This was evident in his interactions with parishioners, fellow clergy, and even in his public appearances. Tagle's communication style was refreshingly modern and engaging. He embraced technology, using social media to connect with a wider audience and spread messages of hope and understanding. His sermons were known for their clarity, their insightful interpretations of Scripture, and their relevance to contemporary issues. Dubbed the People's Cardinal during his time as Archbishop of Manila, Tagle was known for his tireless advocacy for the poor and marginalized. He spoke out against social injustice, championed the rights of migrants and refugees, and worked tirelessly to alleviate poverty. His compassion knew no bounds, extending to those on the fringes of society. Tagle's modernity wasn't limited to his use of technology or his progressive views. He recognized the need for the Church to adapt to the changing times while remaining true to its core values. He believed in fostering dialogue, encouraging open discussions on challenging issues, and building bridges of understanding within and outside the Church. Pope Tagle's election signaled a potential sea change for the Catholic Church. He represented a more inclusive and compassionate approach to leadership, one that prioritized dialogue, understanding, and unity. Throughout his career, Tagle had been vocal about the need for the Church to be more welcoming and inclusive. He believed in building bridges between different cultures, religions, and ideologies. He championed the rights of marginalized communities, including the LGBTQ+ community, recognizing the inherent dignity of every individual. Tagle's vision for the Church extended beyond internal reforms. He believed in the Church's role as a global advocate for peace, justice, and environmental sustainability. He called for action on climate change, for an end to poverty and inequality, and for a world where dialogue and diplomacy prevailed over conflict. His papacy promised to be one of action, of reaching out to those on the peripheries, of engaging with the world's challenges head-on. His election instilled a sense of hope that the Church could be a force for positive change in the 21st century. Global jubilation, the world embraces Pope Tagle. The news of Pope Tagle's election reverberated around the world, sparking celebrations across continents. Nowhere was the joy more palpable than in his homeland, the Philippines. The predominantly Catholic nation erupted in cheers and tears of joy. Churches overflowed with worshippers, offering prayers of thanksgiving for their native son who had ascended to the highest position in the Catholic Church. The streets of Manila transformed into a sea of flags, banners, and joyful faces, a testament to the pride and hope that Tagle instilled in his people. The celebrations extended far beyond the Philippines. Catholic communities across Asia, Africa, and Latin America rejoiced at the election of a pope from the developing world. They saw in Tagle a leader who understood their struggles, their hopes, and their aspirations. World leaders, both religious and secular, extended their congratulations, commending Tagle's compassion, his intellect, and his commitment to peace and justice. His election represented a moment of unity for the global community, a testament to the power of faith to transcend borders and bring people together, navigating tradition, the challenges ahead. Despite the global outpouring of support and goodwill, Pope Tagle faced formidable challenges as he took the helm of the Catholic Church. The Church, with its rich history and traditions, was not without internal divisions. Tagle's progressive views on social issues, while welcomed by many, were met with resistance from some traditionalist factions within the Church. His openness to dialogue on issues such as celibacy, the role of women in the Church, and LGBTQ+ inclusion, while seen as crucial steps towards modernization by many, sparked anxieties among those resistant to change. Balancing the need for reform with the preservation of tradition was a delicate tightrope walk. Tagle's leadership would be tested as he navigated these complex issues, seeking to build consensus and maintain unity within the Church. The eyes of the world were on him, watching to see how he would reconcile these seemingly divergent forces, how he would lead the Church into a future where tradition and progress could coexist. His success in this endeavor would determine the trajectory of the Catholic Church for generations to come. A legacy of unity, Tagle's potential impact. Pope Tagle's papacy held the potential to leave an indelible mark on the Catholic Church and the world. His unwavering commitment to inclusivity, dialogue, and social justice offered a compelling vision for a more just and compassionate world. One of his most significant potential legacies was his ability to bridge the divides within the Church itself. By fostering dialogue and understanding between different factions, he could pave the way for a more united and harmonious Church, one capable of addressing the challenges of the 21st century with a unified voice. Tagle's focus on the peripheries, on those marginalized and forgotten, could inspire a new generation of Catholics to embrace social justice as an integral part of their faith. His papacy could usher in an era where the Church is known not just for its doctrines, but for its actions in combating poverty, inequality, and injustice. Moreover, Tagle's papacy could have a profound impact on interfaith relations. His belief in the power of dialogue to build bridges between different religions could foster a spirit of understanding and cooperation in a world often torn apart by religious conflict. A future forged in faith. Pope Tagle's election offered a beacon of hope in a world grappling with uncertainty and division. His papacy carried the weight of history and the aspirations of millions. His journey from the streets of Manila to the papacy was a testament to the power of faith, humility, and service. He embodied the true spirit of Christianity, one rooted in love, compassion, and a deep commitment to social justice. The challenges he faced were immense, but so too was the potential for positive change. The world watched with anticipation, eager to witness how this humble yet determined leader would guide the Catholic Church into a new era. As Pope Tagle embarked on his papacy, he carried with him the prayers and hopes of millions. His success would be measured not by worldly standards, but by the extent to which he could bring the Church closer to the ideals of Christ, love, compassion, and unity. Conclusion: a new chapter for the Church. Pope Tagle's election marked a turning point in the long and storied history of the Catholic Church. His papacy, though still in its early days, held the promise of a more inclusive, compassionate, and engaged Church. His journey from the Philippines to the Vatican was a testament to the universality of the Church and its message of hope. His leadership offered a compelling vision for a future where faith and reason, tradition and progress could coalesce to create a more just and harmonious world. Only time would tell what legacy Pope Tagle would leave on the Church and the world. But one thing was certain: his papacy had ushered in a new chapter, one filled with both challenges and opportunities. The world watched with bated breath, hopeful that this humble yet determined leader could guide the Church towards a brighter future, a future forged in faith, hope, and love. Please subscribe to our channel History Documentary Hub for more insightful videos and intriguing content.